Sheila doesn't take kindly to Taylor's warning to behave. Spoilers, here are the latest, the bold and the beautiful spoilers. Will Eric ever forgive Ridge for forcing him to retire? Eric, John McCook, and Ridge, Torsten K., continue to rumble over the former's role at Forrester Creations. Brooke, Catherine Kelly Lang, wonders if Ridge regrets forcing his father to retire. Ridge lets his father know he owes all his success to him. Carter, Lawrence St. Victor, empathizes with Eric. Liam, Scott Clifton, and Hope, Annika Noel, discuss their wedding and Eric's forced retirement. Previous The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. B&B, spoilers. Katie struggles with a lack of Forrester loyalty. Will Sheila behave on The Bold and the Beautiful? Taylor, Rebecca Budig, tells Sheila, Kimberlyn Brown, she can't be friends with her because she is Deacon's, Sean Cannon, therapist. Is that the only reason? Taylor warns Sheila not to interfere in Liam and Hope's wedding. Deacon tells Sheila she's not allowed at Liam and Hope's nuptials. Liam and Hope's wedding begins on The Bold and the Beautiful. Brooke and Bill, Don Diamont, give special speeches prior to the beginning of the wedding. Hope and Liam's wedding and reception commence. Keep checking back for the latest The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. This story was originally published by Daytime Confidential on December 7, 2025, where it first appeared in the Bold and the Beautiful section. Add Daytime Confidential as a preferred source by clicking here. The envelope was waiting for Sheila on the front step when she came home, thin, unmarked except for her name in sharp, businesslike handwriting. The kind of handwriting someone used when they wanted to pretend everything was under control. Sheila nudged it with the toe of her shoe before picking it up. No return address. No playful sticker. No hint of who had bothered to drop it off personally instead of sending a text like a normal human being. Sheila already had a hunch. Inside the house, she tore it open and slid out a single folded note. Her jaw tightened the second she saw the signature at the bottom. Taylor. Of course. She read the message. Twice. Slowly, her lips drew into a sharp, humorless smile. Sheila, we need things calm this week. No surprises. No outbursts. No creative detours. Please, just keep it together. Taylor. Underneath the words, as if added in an afterthought, was one last sentence. Consider this a warning. A warning. Sheila dropped the note on the counter like it offended her. Well, she muttered, isn't that sweet? Taylor's learned to threaten people with stationery. She paced the kitchen, hands flying through the air, snippets of arguments forming and dissolving on her tongue. Warnings. Calm weeks. Keep it together. As if she were the problem. As if people weren't always poking her, pushing her, testing how far she'd bend before she snapped. And Taylor, of all people, sending warnings. Sheila pulled out a wine glass, thought better of it, then grabbed the bottle instead. She took a long, burning swallow. If Taylor wanted calm, they should have sent roses, not ultimatums. Meanwhile, across town. Taylor checked the clock for the 7th time in 5 minutes. No response? Asked Mira, leaning over the back of the couch. Taylor shook their head. Nothing. And that's the problem. You knew she'd take it badly, Mira said gently. It wasn't supposed to be badly, it was supposed to be, effectively. Persuasive. Mira snorted. When has Sheila ever reacted to persuasion? Taylor sighed. Never. But this week is too important. If she explodes, the whole project implodes. And I can't, they pressed their eyes shut. I can't let that happen again. You could have talked to her in person. And get my face bitten off? No, thanks. Mira didn't argue. Instead, she crossed her arms. So now what? Taylor swallowed hard. Now we wait. 2. A warning? Really? An hour later, Sheila's front door banged open as she marched onto the porch, phone in one hand, the empty wine bottle in the other. The sky was soft purple, dusk settling in, moths orbiting the porch light like confused satellites. Sheila dialed Taylor's number with the determination of someone who didn't care whether the call would end in screaming or tears or both. After 3 rings, Taylor answered. Sheila. Taylor sounded nervous. Oh, you remember my name. I'm touched. Sheila, though. A warning, Taylor? Really? Do you hear yourself? What am I, a rabid raccoon you're trying to shoo off your porch? I didn't mean it like. You've been meaning a lot of things lately, Sheila snapped. Most of them patronizing. Silence across the line. A guilty silence. Sheila, this week is critical, Taylor began carefully. We can't afford disruptions. You know that. I haven't disrupted anything, Sheila shot back. Not yet. That's exactly what worries me. Sheila's fingers tightened around the empty wine bottle until the glass creaked. You think I'm a bomb waiting to go off? I think you're unpredictable, Taylor said softly. And I think when you feel cornered, you lash out. I'm not trying to attack you. I'm trying to protect everything we've built. The words froze Sheila mid-retort. She hated how they sank in. Hated how, beneath the frustration and indignation, part of her knew Taylor wasn't entirely wrong. But she also hated being treated like a liability. She drew a slow breath. Taylor, you don't get to write me warnings like you're my parent or my parole officer. If you need something from me, use your words. Like an adult. That's what I was trying to do. Then you failed spectacularly. Taylor exhaled, defeated. Can we talk? In person? Face to face, without the letter and without shouting. At that moment, Sheila glanced down at the wine bottle, then at the street stretching quiet and empty in front of her. Her heart thudded with something muddled, anger, fear, curiosity. Fine, she muttered. But if you patronize me again, I'm hitting you with this bottle. Understood, Taylor said quickly. Are you sober? Sheila glanced at the bottle. Sober enough. That's not reassuring. It's all you're getting. I'll be there in 20 minutes. 3. The meeting. Taylor lived, or hid out, in a loft above a yoga studio. Sheila climbed the narrow stairwell 2 steps at a time, her irritation simmering but no longer boiling. Taylor opened the door before she could knock. They both froze. Taylor looked smaller than Sheila remembered, shoulders tense, eyes cautious but hopeful. Sheila suddenly felt like a storm cloud blocking the doorway. You came, Taylor said. You summoned, Sheila replied. Fair enough. She brushed past them into the loft. So? You gonna explain yourself, or do I have to guess why you felt the need to pre-scold me? Taylor shut the door and leaned against it. Sheila, I'm worried about the investor meeting. Sheila blinked. Seriously? That's what this is about? You think I'll throw a chair or something? I don't know what you'll do, Taylor admitted. And that unpredictability terrifies investors. It terrifies me too, if I'm honest. Sheila flinched.